Day 8, day 9?
Day 9.
Day 9.
Day 9.
Travel home day.
Unfortunately.
So sad.
Yeah.
So sad.
But we're starting this vlog quite late in the day today. It's 11:39.
11:39, very precise.
Because we had to rush and get out of our hotel.
Yeah, we sort of, obviously with the late night last night with Universal Fan Fest, but then we had to check out this morning. We sort of slept as much as we could.
Yeah.
Packed, checked out. The place where we were staying, the Hilton Garden Inn in Hollywood, was able to hold our bags for us.
Mm-hmm.
And we booked the Warner Brothers studio tour to
which
do this
we've
morning.
just finished.
And we've just finished that. Obviously, like yesterday when we did the Disney studio tour, you couldn't film anything. We took lots of photos where we could. But unfortunately, it is very wet today.
Very wet.
Very wet and raining, which therefore meant that the tour was probably not, we didn't get the full experience of the tour because we couldn't really get off the cart. The one thing that we both really wanted to do was get our photo out the front of the Friends fountain with the couch, and unfortunately because of the rain we were unable to do that.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on the tour overall?
It was okay. Like, it wasn't anything, like, it's nothing to, like, yesterday we, like, both walked away, like, best thing of the trip, like, amazing, and today we were both just like, if I hadn't done this, I don't think I was missing anything.
Yeah, my opinion is not good. I didn't think it was anywhere near worth the money that we paid for this tour, which is about $80 per person.
Yeah, so by the time we convert that.
Even at $80 US per person, I don't think we got the value for what they sold. Like, on their website, they show so much more than what you actually get to do.
Like, they showed
even like you get put into like this little pre-movie before you actually go on the tour, and they showed all these cool movies and projects that Warner Brothers have worked on,
and like
got you hyped up and excited for that, and then they show you none of it.
Yeah.
And
maybe it was our tour guide.
Yeah, I didn't feel like we had a great tour guide either.
It may have been her.
Like,
we
I
watched
saw
other
groups
tours
stopping in a lot of places that we didn't
photos.
Stop.
Like, the only photo opportunity we got was the rotunda gazebo thing. That's in Gilmore Girls and Pretty Little Liars, but because it was raining so much, we didn't wait to get a photo.
Yeah, and like there wouldn't have been good photos anyway because they're all in ponchos.
Yeah, wouldn't have been.
Like, no one was really having a good time.
It was also like, it was not just like wet, it was cold.
Yeah, and it felt like everything we did, it was like, okay, let's walk in here. Okay, we're in here now, let's walk out. Like, we went into the set for the Jennifer Hudson show. Yeah. And like, we literally walked in, we sat down for like 1 second, and then we got up and we walked out. Like, there was no explaining on what goes on in here, pointing things out or anything. It was just like, all right, you've seen it, let's move along.
Yeah, and it was even the same. So we got to hop out of the cart in the one area, and it was like the house where they filmed the prom scene with Ross and Rachel from Friends, and then it was also Emily's house in Pretty Little Liars. And we're like standing there, and it was like, okay, so this is this, and you see there's none of this, and okay, let's move on. And I was like,
it was like super
I was
rushed.
Still like trying to take stuff in, I guess, and like,
And then they put you in, like, after you've done that bit, they put you in like this Friends exhibition thing.
Yeah, so like you can get like a drink or something to eat at like Central Perk Cafe. We didn't. We decided not to. It was quite, when we got off, I think because it was raining and cold, like everyone like swarmed there. Yeah. And we were like, no, like that's okay. Like, I don't need to have a drink or anything like that. Yeah. So we ran around and looked through the Friends merch store, and I brought a T-shirt and a Christmas decoration. Yep. And then you got to walk through, I don't know what you got, a bit of like an what's it called?
They have like recreated the sets that
so you could
that they filmed on.
Yeah.
And you could sit on like the Friends couch and also the Big Bang Theory.
So you could sit in Sheldon's spot as such. And that, which was cool. Like, we have those photos and stuff like that. Mitchell doesn't really understand because he doesn't watch either of the shows
No,
really.
I don't.
So he didn't really get
I
it.
felt like the whole experience was just like a money grab for Warner Brothers because
Yeah, so then
you get your photos. They take one on your phone, which is nowhere near as
It's
good
like
as
average.
it's like they almost take a bad photo so that they want you to buy their good photo that they take. And then you get to the counter and one photo was $29.
Yeah.
And then every extra photo on top of that was $19, or you could buy all of them for $140.
Which for us, that's
that's
a lot
more
of
than
money.
the ticket price.
Yeah.
$70 times 2, that's $140.
Yeah.
For like maybe 6 photos. Like.
Yeah, so it was a couple on each couch.
And I'm
then
sure
you
that
got
they're
to
digital
do-
photos as well. They're not. They just give you the digitals.
Yeah,
they don't print them out for you.
And then you got to do like this green screen interaction, and you got to pick whether you wanted to be Harry Potter or.
And that guy felt super rushed as well.
He was a bit strange.
Yeah.
The video wasn't fantastic.
No.
So it was just like a bit.
Yeah. And like Warner Brothers, obviously, like pretty much their biggest franchise is Harry Potter, and there was basically no Harry Potter like on this tour.
No, but they said
but
that's
I understand
because
they
it's
film
not
a lot of it
filmed
in London.
the London
But
location.
like the one section that they did have of Harry Potter, it was none of it was like real. Like it was all just like poorly recreated stuff. Like
yeah, you got to like we got our photos like in Harry Potter's room under the stairs.
Like they put a sorting hat on you, and the sorting hat doesn't even like move.
And Mitchell was very disappointed.
Like the one at Universal Studios like moves. Like
yeah.
The one here at Warner Brothers that created the movie, it doesn't move.
And they just lower a hat, and then a person presses something on an iPad and it does it. But Mitchell wasn't happy. Do you even remember what team you got picked for?
No, if it wasn't Gryffindor, I'm not interested.
He got picked Ravenclaw, and I got picked for the Hufflepuff.
Yeah, and they're like the two teams that like no one really cares about.
No. So, but anyway.
Yeah.
We've experienced it. Like we said we wanted to do it. Like last time when we were here, we didn't do it, and I said to Mitchell it was something that I really wanted to do. And I think that's because we've seen other people do it, and other people say that.
Yeah, I think
it was
that start
good,
bit definitely comes down to probably the tour guide you have.
And the weather.
And the weather.
Obviously, like there's nothing
we were unlucky
you can
with
do.
the weather, and we were obviously unlucky with our tour guide as well.
Yeah, I think so.
I felt like a lot of the stuff that she was telling us was like just the stuff that she was interested in.
She
kept going back and talking about like these films from like the 1920s, like before sound was even a thing. But about like, how much she loved them. And
I thought it was going to be better because at the start when we got in there, she said, like, went around to each person and asked like, what were you most interested, like what movie, TV show, all that. Then heaps of people were saying like Friends and Gilmore Girls and Harry Potter, and a couple said Batman.
Yeah.
And then the Jennifer Hudson show. And
then she barely touched on it.
Yeah, it's like we told her, and then it was like, okay, I'm going to talk about everything
except
opposite
that stuff. Yeah.
Like opposite to that. So yeah, I think that could just be the tour guide that we had.
Yeah.
But we have now stopped. We got peppermint hot chocolates from the Starbucks here at the studio area, and we are going to head down to In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah, we're going to go. We haven't had food today, so we think, and it's almost lunchtime.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat too much today because we do have our flights ahead of us.
Yeah, Mitchell gets a bit skeptical on that.
No, I just don't like to I don't think there's anything worse than sitting on a plane for 18 hours and being full. Yeah,
so we have a pretty long trek back. It's not direct, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we do have to fly.
We have 3 flights to get home today.
Yeah, we have to fly from LA to San Francisco to Sydney, and then Sydney to Melbourne.
Correct.
So it's a long haul.
Yeah.
It's about 18 and a half
hours.
hours.
We will leave here on Saturday, and we arrive home on Monday morning.
Yeah.
So we skip Sunday altogether.
Yes. Which that's fine, is what it is. I just would like to sleep on the plane.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And get some rest because we've had a very go trip.
Yeah. But anyway, we're going to finish up here in Starbucks at Warner Brothers and make our way down back towards Hollywood to go to In-N-Out Burger.
Yes.
And we'll probably catch you up there.
Yeah.
All right, all done at In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
It was crazy busy in there.
So busy.
We didn't really film much in there. We filmed a little bit of the outside and a little bit of our meal.
But it was cray in there. I was eyeing these people down.
Yeah,
for
it was
their
so
table.
hard to get a table. But we got one.
Yes.
But it felt rude to sit there and
for too long
vlog and talk when there were so many people waiting for
and I don't
tables.
even know if you would have been able to hear us because there was that much chit chat and that.
Yeah, in the time that it took us to eat our meal,
yeah,
they'd nearly served 100 orders.
And that was just in the restaurant. The drive-through line when we walked out was so long. They had people walking around on iPads taking orders from the cars.
But yeah, so we're all done. We pretty much got the same food as what we got last time.
I got a double this time.
Ali got the double, which is the same as what
Let's walk or get your burger.
The same as what, sorry, just crossing the road, is the same as what we got last time, Ellie, with the double. I got the double again, but I got it animal style this time.
Yes, you did.
I actually thought that the regular
you
style
preferred
was
the regular,
better.
Yeah.
So I won't be getting animal style again, I don't think. These cars are really nice. So yeah, it was probably a little bit better than the last one we had in terms of chips. They're a bit warmer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now we're heading up towards Hollywood Boulevard. For the next couple hours, we're really just trying to kill time.
Yeah, it's almost 1 o'clock now. We said we'd probably leave for the airport around
3:30.
3:30?
Yeah, which gets us there at 4:30.
Yes.
No, or did we say 4:30 to get us there by 5:30, which is 2 hours before
I think
our flight?
even if we leave around 4 to get us there at 5, because we've got to change of clothes.
Yep.
And all of that sort of stuff. I'm worried about our bag weight.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine with bag weight.
But the thing is carry-ons are quite empty. So if for some reason we weighed them and they were over, I could shuffle and put some things in the carry-on. But we are now back.
Here we are back at Hollywood Boulevard.
Yes.
The crazy Hollywood Boulevard. So we're just going to wander around and find something to do. We did the Wax Museum last time, so I don't think we're going to do that again.
No.
I kind of want to go for a drive in one of these driverless cars. You can just see one going down there. Just because we don't have them in Australia, so
it would be an experience.
Other things that we could potentially do if they don't take long is maybe do a celebrity house tour.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, depending on pricing and how much it costs. But yeah, so here we are on the Walk of Fame. Someone's taking interest in my camera, so I'm holding on to that very tightly right now.
And we'll let you know what we
we'll see what we get up to, and we'll let you know. All right, so we have spontaneously just booked a Hollywood Stars tour. We were just walking down the footpath, and he swindled us. So here we are. We're on the bus. We'll take you on the tour.
To the Chinese theater on the left. What is the Chinese theater? That's where he makes the premiere for the movies for the first time at the Chinese theater. Outside the Chinese theater are the handprints and footprints of the stars. And the next one on the left, everybody does the Dolby Theater. Slow down right here a little bit, guys. He's from England. He played a role in the movie X-Men, Beanie Jones. Universal Studios Hollywood. Warner Brothers Studios. You're gonna see the castle when you ride gray colored castle. That's where they filmed the movie The Harry Potter. The yellow gray color on top of the blue building. The minions right there over there. And those are very rich people inside the summer. Very rich. The private community, that's the end of the house of Sandra Bullock, Jessica Simpson, Jennifer Lawrence. Here inside the Beverly and Rich. Another very famous place like the Summit. Beverly Rich. The right on top, all the way up, you're gonna see a blue color house. That's a glass house. That's the house of Justin Bieber. He is renting the house for $40,000 a month. As a part-time house, he has another house in Calabasas. That's the main house. And on the right, those are the rich kids, everybody. Very rich kids. They live in Beverly Hills. They got money, but they don't know yet. Those are rich kids with their nannies, for sure. On the left, everybody, that's Ralph Line. Use Polo and Georgian man. And Gucci on the right, everybody, that's Gucci. Gucci, Gucci. Gucci on the right, and Prada Milano on the right too. Prada.
All right, so here we are in Beverly Hills. You can see the sign. We just kind of like randomly, really spare of the moment, just booked like a Hollywood Stars tour.
Mitchell got sucked in.
We were literally just like walking down the street. Like
We literally just turned the camera
Yeah, we just turned the camera off. And then this guy like stopped us and he was like, hey, you want to go on a tour?
Yeah.
And I was like listening, and his pamphlet said it was $60 per person.
And I was like,
which I think is correct, because we've actually done this tour before.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we paid close to $60 each.
Yeah, I think so.
But he offered us $60 for both of us.
Yeah.
And since we're trying to kill time, this tour goes for about an hour and 45 minutes, and we haven't been down to Beverly Hills yet.
No.
So we thought, why not? Let's do it.
Yeah.
So we jumped on the bus and we've done all the Hollywood Hills so far. We saw
Yes.
Katy Perry's house, Bruno Mars,
Tom
Gwen
Cruise,
Stefani,
Isla Fisher.
or the Dr. Seuss house, which I thought was
Yeah.
quite cool. And it does look like a house out of the Grinch.
Yeah.
And yeah, now we're down here at the Beverly Hills sign that you can see in the background there.
Yeah.
We've got another 4 minutes out here, and then we've got to get back on the bus, and I imagine that we'll probably venture back towards Hollywood,
Yeah.
down maybe like Sunset Boulevard or something, from memory.
Yes.
Ideally we would have booked another tour, but this bus was leaving like straight away,
It
and it was $60. So I'd like to do the TMZ celebrity tour one day, but this is what was going. I'm still having fun.
Yeah.
We have a different tour driver to what we had last time as well, though.
Exactly.
So it's a little bit different. This
And
guy's thing seems to be
likes
just
to
telling
sing.
us that everyone's rich.
Yeah.
He's like, he sounds a little bit like Dr. Nick from The Simpsons.
Yeah. I think we should be walking. 'cause
And
we don't want to miss the bus.
no, we don't want to miss the bus. And yeah, he's always like, yeah, you see that house up there? And everyone's like, yeah. He's like, I don't know who lives there, but they're very rich.
Or we went past the playground.
Yeah, he went past the playground and
He's like,
he's like,
Those kids, they don't know they're rich yet.
you see the playground over here and all the kids there? He goes, I don't know who they are, but they're rich kids.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's his thing. He just likes telling everyone that everyone's rich.
Yeah. Very much.
But yeah, so we're heading back to the bus pickup area now,
Yeah.
which our bus isn't there, so hopefully he'll come back.
Yes, I'm sure he will.
And we'll get back on the bus and head back to Hollywood.
Yes.
Peace.
Medium club. You're gonna see it on the left. On the left, everybody, there's a comedy store, and you see all the names on the wall. Those are all the comedians who came to put a photo there.
That's a new one. That only got handed out not long ago. Michael Eisner.
Oh.
It's the CEO, old CEO of Disney.
Tinkerbell.
Well, Winnie the Pooh,
Donald Duck.
Donald Duck. Roy Elias Disney.
They have to pay $50,000.
Paul Rudd. Phil Collins. This is my one. They got it ready for me. All right, so Hollywood tour is done.
Yes,
And now we're back on the crazy Hollywood Boulevard,
we are.
where it is literally crazy.
Yes.
Just seen some guy nearly get beaten with a broomstick because he was trying to steal food from a vendor.
Homeless guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just people everywhere.
Right now, guys.
So it's like some sort of red carpet event happening back there at the Dolby Theatre.
Yes.
And we're coming up here with the Chinese theatre, which you'll see in 1 second when we get around this bend. Here we go, Chinese theatre. Again, can't get in there to look at any of the prints, but you can sort of see them.
Yeah.
But we are making our way down to a souvenir shop down here because we want to buy a number plate. So we'll show you when we get there.
$5 hoodies, $5 souvenirs in there.
Alright, so we're going to head into La La Land Souvenirs. I think I saw some license plates in there that I liked to look up yesterday. Here we go. What sort of one would you like?
Do you want just like Hollywood?
Yeah, I think so. Like this?
Yeah. And we are now at the airport. Very sad. Sad to have to go home. Also sad that we have to get 3 flights to get home.
Yeah.
That sucks a little
18
bit.
hours of flying. And that's not including the time at the airports.
No, so what have we got? We've got an hour and a half till boarding now.
Yep.
Then we've got an hour and a half stopover in San Francisco.
Yep.
And then we've got a 2-hour stopover in
so
Sydney.
we've basically got 24 hours of travel ahead of us.
Yeah, pretty much. So yay for us.
Welcome to Australia.
Other side of the world.
Which is really annoying because we're sitting right opposite a gate here that says that it goes direct to Sydney. So without having to do the San Francisco stopover. But at the time when we booked, the only thing available was the flight that we have.
Yeah, so I don't know if we fully discussed in this vlog how we booked this trip, but we used our Virgin Velocity points.
Yes.
To book our flights. So we only paid $31 each for the tax. So technically they were like for free, which is part of the reason why we did this trip, because flights were not at a cost. And we could also book our accommodation through Velocity as well, through a second party, which also gains us
more points. All about them points.
All about the points. The more points we have, the more likely we can book another trip.
Yeah.
So it was like a real flash sale when we booked them. And we literally saw them, went out for dinner, came back from dinner, decided to book it, and the direct flight home was no.
Well, there was never a direct flight.
No,
but
I think it was this
would have
flight.
been, no, it would have been, I'm pretty sure we still had to go to San Francisco, but we would have been direct to Melbourne from San Francisco. But now we have to do San Francisco to Sydney to Melbourne.
Look, it's like it's
which
not
is
like
not the end of the world.
It didn't cost us any more or anything like that.
It's an extra hour flight when we get back to Melbourne. Back to Sydney.
You know, and I guess the one thing for us is then when we get to Melbourne, we won't have to do customs and all of that. We will have done all of that
section.
in Sydney. So I guess if you look at it,
which is kind of nice because our experience with customs in Melbourne is they're slow.
Very slow.
I've never actually done customs in Sydney, so
no, neither have
I'm
I
not sure
actually.
what it's like, but it's a more high traffic airport than what Melbourne is. So I imagine that they'd have their stuff together pretty good. We were quite shocked. We forgot how full on security is in America compared to Australia. Australia, you just take your belt off, chuck your stuff in a tub and through you go.
And you don't even have to take laptops and stuff out.
Nothing comes out of your bag.
Here, laptops had to come out.
Shoes off.
Shoes
If you had a
off.
jumper on, that had to come off.
No, I didn't have. If you had
No,
a
if it has
hood,
a hood,
if
yeah.
it has a hood, so my jumper was okay. But then both our carry-on suitcases got pulled for drug testing, and so did my lounge fly. So
Yep.
you know that was the whole thing. But obviously they were fine. It wasn't a drama. So yeah, but I think last time we spoke before we come to the airport, we were just in Hollywood
Yeah,
having a
last couple
look around.
bit in Hollywood.
Yeah, we went back to the
Bought
hotel.
some merch. You saw the
Yeah,
number plate we
number
bought?
plate. We then just went back to the hotel, got our bags. We got changed and like freshened up,
We
sort of
chilled
thing.
out at the hotel for a little bit to
had a
relax before we
ghost.
had to.
We just had like an awkward time to like.
The only option for flying back to Australia from LA is nighttime flights.
Yeah.
So
you've always
don't
got
know
this.
why.
You've always got this awkward day.
And it's always like not just like nighttime. It's like 10 p.m.
Yeah, they're late.
Like if we had this flight to Sydney here, it doesn't depart until 10:35.
So
that was the same our last trip. To Melbourne. That
and
was also a 10.
It was just like an awkward day. Like so, this time we were like, oh yeah, we'll book Warner Brothers Studios, so like we have something to do.
Yeah.
Ideally, what we probably should have done is actually booked that for later in the day.
Yeah, we could have gone out for breakfast.
We could have slept in, gone out for breakfast, like not had to rush.
I also thought Warner Brothers was going to take up more of our day as well.
We did think that.
It was very quick.
It was very quick. As you know, you've already heard our feelings about the tour and that. So, yeah, we got a Lyft was cheaper.
Yeah, Lyft has been the winner this
yeah,
trip. We've never used Lyft before.
We should have used it potentially when we got here, but we've been a little bit conscious of it, like because we'd never used it before.
And they don't have it in Australia,
no,
so
it's
we've
not
never heard of it before.
But then once we spoke with Melissa and Connor, and they said how much cheaper it was for them to get from Hollywood to Anaheim, and they came using Lyft. I was like to Mitchell,
I think since that conversation, I've only found one Uber cheaper than Lyft.
Yeah, like, and when we say cheaper, like sometimes it's like significantly
Yeah, well, our
cheaper.
Universal last night was half price.
Yeah, like crazy. So, I think, what was it to get to the airport? About $10?
To get to the airport?
Cheaper.
Oh, I thought you meant $10 price. No.
God, no.
Yeah, it cost about $68 in total.
Which is not that bad.
No, that's pretty good.
Because it took,
It was about a 50-minute drive.
50-minute drive to get to the airport. There was a little bit of traffic, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Which is good. And I think we've timed it pretty well. Like, we don't have too much time to kill now.
Nah, about an hour and 20 or something.
Yeah, which is sort of what you want to be. I guess you just never know. Like, security could be really busy.
I'd always rather be earlier than late.
Obviously, like the TSA section, like that can be busy. I remember on our last trip when we flew out of Orlando, the TSA there was so busy.
Yeah.
That we were at one point being like, are we even going to get through to make this flight? Like, it was so busy. So always prefer to be early. So yeah, I think now we're just going to have a little walk around the terminal.
Our flight is on the board.
Which is fantastic.
And it's boarding in 83 minutes.
83 minutes, there you go. So yeah, I think we'll just have a look around.
Yeah, we happen to be in probably, I reckon, the boringest terminal in LAX.
Which is what we were in last time. It must be just like where they fly back to Australia from.
Well, we're not even flying back to Australia.
No,
we're flying to San Francisco.
But, it is boring. I saw on like some other people who we follow on Instagram who've been flying back, they had like Panda Express and like all this stuff in their terminal, and we don't have a whole lot. Yeah. But we will go have a look around.
I'll show you around anyway.
I think if we wanted to get anything or any snacks, it's probably best to do it now because I don't know exactly what gate we're going from when we get to San Francisco or how long that like whole process is going to take.
We are arriving 10 minutes earlier, which is nice.
Yeah, it gives us a
have a good tailwind. We're meant to get there at 9:20 and we're getting there at 9:11. So it gives us a little bit of extra time.
Yeah, because it's not necessarily a whole lot of time. It was an hour and a half, and you normally start boarding a international flight 45 minutes generally before takeoff, which really leaves us like 45 minutes.
This is boarding 40 minutes before takeoff.
Yeah, there you go. So, we'll just walk around and we'll see, and we'll keep you guys updated on what we do. We'll update you if there's entertainment on the flights.
It says on the screen that there is. It says in-seat power, entertainment, and beverages.
That will be good. Oh, I wonder if we'll get little like Biscoff biscuits or something like we did last time. I don't know. We'll see. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
But for now, we will go for a walk.
Yeah. Let's have a look in food collection. corner, custom built burgers. We've got whatever this place is called, BLD, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Mexican grill. This is the LA Life Quick Market.
I feel like we should go look to see if there's like a little like store that has like chips and stuff, and Mitchell maybe can buy a Dr. Pepper.
The coffee bean.
For
Oh, Sour Patch Kids. Sour Patch
Ooh.
Kids. Nah, they're pricey as.
Yeah, it's airport.
That's more expensive than Australia.
It's airport food. Do you want Dr. Pepper for the plane?
I feel like it's a waste of money though, because they're going to give us drinks on the plane.
I'm just saying, it's your last opportunity before we come back.
Yeah, but it's not like I can't buy Dr. Pepper in Australia.
You know what I didn't try?
What
you
didn't you
should have
try?
tried the Minute Maid that they all drink.
Why don't you get one?
How much is the whipping cost?
The strawberry lemonade.
Yeah, I don't. It's not cold. Oh, that's
Not cold.
No, that one is. That one must be fresh. I don't know. Am I gonna like it or not though?
It's $3.49.
What do you think?
I don't know, try it. You know it's not fizzy.
Yeah, I know. That's what gets me about it.
You might
I
love
think
it.
I like.
You might hate it.
I don't know.
Butterfingers. What are they? Never heard of them.
Don't know.
Chips Ahoy.
They're so good. I finished them before we there when I
You
drank
say
my
they're so
ghost.
good. They're really just like...
I know, but I feel like I like them in the mini.
Look, you can get Twizzlers in like mini versions. Twizzler nibs.
We have like half a suitcase of snacks.
Yeah, that's good.
When
And
we
this
go
is just
home.
like a taste test of snacks for next time we come.
Yeah, we know what we like and what we don't like. Although we are with Sam and Sarah next time, so I feel like some of the stuff.
Because like the Walmart we went to, although it's like, it was Walmart, but I feel like it wasn't on like the Orlando level Walmart.
No, I feel not. I feel like that one is also set up for like tourists.
Set up for what?
Like it has more tourists come through.
Oh yeah, the one we went to felt like it was more set up for people who live there and actually need to do their grocery
Yeah, like a
shopping.
lot of people were just doing like their standard groceries.
All right, guys, we think we've discovered a whole other part of this terminal that we didn't even know existed.
And if that's the case, this could be exciting.
We've just seen a sign that says gate 80 to 86, and you have to go like around the corner, but it's written underneath the baggage claim section. So I think we just never looked at it or considered it
Potentially.
because we thought we'd be leaving the airport. But
As long as we don't go out
we
the...
might have found. No, look, as long as we don't go out those doors,
Yeah, we just keep going straight.
we keep going straight. There could be a whole nother half of this terminal.
Or at least it's just somewhere to walk around. That's different.
Yeah, have a look at some planes.
Some planes.
There you go.
Planes, planes, planes. Mitchell loves planes.
I do love planes.
Mitchell, for those of you who don't know, is partway through getting his pilot license.
I am partway through getting my pilot's license. I've been stalled for about a year now because we started holidaying and
Becoming a pilot is very costly.
yeah, I don't know if you know, but getting your pilot's license costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not for the
$450
Faint
an hour
hearted.
to be exact.
for
And
Australia.
that doesn't include all of your costs for testing and theory books and all that stuff.
Sitting tests
Medical
and exams.
examination,
Yeah.
security check.
You're about halfway through. You're over
No, I'm
halfway.
like nearly. I've got
You're
like
so close.
five lessons to go, but
We decided to go on holidays.
decided to go on holidays and
If you think about
prioritize
it,
this vlog for you guys.
if you think about it, if we didn't go on this holiday, you could have finished it.
could have. I could be on this wall with a pilot. No, probably
That's
not.
not-
I would
no.
not be on that wall. I think we're on a winner here, Ali.
Oh my
There's a whole other
God.
half of this terminal that we didn't know
That
was
could
here.
be exciting. If there's a Starbucks, I could go
All
to
right,
Starbucks.
this is a long hallway, and I don't think you need to watch us walk the whole length of it. So
No,
if we find Starbucks or anything else of value,
we'll let you know.
we'll let you know. All right, we can confirm this is the more exciting half of the terminal.
Panda
We've got
Express.
Panda Express.
The coffee bean.
The coffee. We had a coffee bean around there.
Yeah.
We've got
Carl's Jr.
We haven't had a Carl's Jr. in America before.
No, we have Carl's Jr. at home.
We do
though.
have Carl's Jr. at home, but I wonder if it's any better here than what it is at home. We've got E-News, which I assume is
It's just another
very similar
like
to like what we had
souvenir-
around there.
souvenir store.
The United kiosk. We'll get around this corner and see what else we can show you.
There's definitely some sort of restaurant over here. There's
It's
a
like
bar and
looks
grill.
like a fire truck themed bar and grill kind of place. Engine Co. number 28. Bar and grill.
So there's another
That looks
coffee.
quite nice.
Yeah. What's this? Another
I think that's like a
little
store that's attached
convenience.
to that bar and grill.
Yes, that has like some little bits and
It's
pieces.
like a takeaway version of that. We have found a Starbucks.
I'm so excited.
We've since learned we actually have access to the whole airport.
The
We're
whole
not
airport.
we're not confined to our one terminal.
You just have to walk
We
around.
just have to walk and find the little corridors that get you to where you need to go.
Corridors. Corridors.
Corridors to where you need to go. We have this looks like the terminal. This
Yeah.
is where it's at. So as you just saw, we found Starbucks.
I'm so excited. One last caramel ribbon crunch before
Ali
I
wants
leave.
one last caramel ribbon crunch.
Yeah.
We're going to explore this terminal, see what's down here. It looks a lot bigger than the one we're in. I reckon there might be some
huge.
cool stuff here. And then on our way back, we're going to get Ali her caramel ribbon crunch.
Yay!
I don't know, I might get one, we'll see. But yeah, we've hit the jackpot. We've found the goods.
Mac.
Hello. Ellie!
Thank you. I have Starbucks.
There we go.
Yay!
Last Starbucks of the trip.
Mitchell's even
Before we
got one
head
this
back to
time.
Australia.
I don't think you've ever
No,
had
this
one
is
before.
my first caramel ribbon crunch of the
He
trip.
got one with no whipped cream though.
Yeah, I don't like whipped cream and drinks. I think I've said that before. But
So good.
yeah, so we got our Starbucks. It was worth going for a walk.
Absolutely worth going for a walk. And good to
That's
know.
good. Why haven't I been getting these?
I don't know.
Oh my God,
Can you now see why like I'd kill for them?
this is unreal. No, I think because I had the one in Australia. This shit.
I told you it was. I told you the one in Australia was shit. They don't do it anymore.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We might have to get one of these in San Francisco as well. But I'll never sleep on the plane.
Woo, we've had a ghost. Now we're having it.
Had a ghost caramel ribbon crunch. If you
So-
haven't had a caramel ribbon crunch before, go and get one.
You need to try it.
They are the bomb.
It is amazing.
A little view of the airport.
And this is why when we come in September and we have transit in LA to San Francisco,
Yeah, we've got to get one.
no need to. Before we're just like, we probably won't have time. Now he's like,
Nah.
we need to go on.
That's good. That
So
is
good.
Anyway, this was our last stop before we board the plane, so we will see you on the plane now.
Require you to follow the instructions of our crew members and comply with all posted flight times. Please review the safety card located at your seat. Please take a moment to look around in order to familiarize yourself with
Okay. well,
Wow.
That was an event.
So eventful.
Our flight out of LA to San Francisco got delayed by 40 minutes. And
But we were,
already
like,
had
on the
like
plane.
a really tight layover as it was, like
We had like,
under an hour to get from plane
we
to
pretty much had an hour.
boarding, basically.
Yeah.
Luckily, our next plane was slightly delayed with
Boarding, yeah. So
And we got there just as they started to board, but we thought we were going to miss the flight. So
we literally ran from like getting off the plane. We ran as far as we could run.
yeah,
And then we like was doing speed walk and got down there and they hadn't started boarding yet. And they probably, I reckon we were maybe down there like 4 minutes.
Yeah, about that,
Enough
yeah.
to get like our neck pillows and that out. And then they started boarding. And we made it. But it was like a stressful first flight, thinking we were going to miss this flight. So I'm very thankful to now be
just
sitting
made
here. I got distracted, I apologise. So yes, it was stressful. We're now here. I'm glad we're here. We're obviously taking off slightly late. I'm going to assume. Don't know how late that will be, but it's what it is,
Yeah.
isn't it? But we're on here. That's the main thing, yeah? We made our flight.
Yes, we did.
We're going to Sydney. I need to now get up and fix that 'cause it's going to bug me.
Yeah. Ellie, they altered Ellie's bag and now her tag's stuck. But anyway, I'm going to show you around our seat. So we are in row 38A and 38B of United Airlines flight to Sydney. We then need to get a connecting flight to Melbourne. This is a fairly older plane. The seats still feel
They feel
comfy
alright.
enough. They're not as comfy.
The screen and all that's been updated because it's got the wireless headphone connection.
Yeah, it does. So
It should be good.
I'll show you the entertainment we have on board. It's probably very similar to what we had on the last flight.
Yeah, I think so.
Skip that. Yeah, so you can connect your headphones wirelessly, which is cool. And yeah, it looks like it's the exact same entertainment as what we had on our last flight. So heaps of movies. Moana.
Yeah, I do think it's cool that their like domestic flights have full entertainment.
Yeah, we don't have that in Australia where our domestic
Yeah.
flights have entertainment, but
They-
they do on their internal flights.
Yeah.
You got a little spot for all your flight information here, little pocket for storage down here. Legroom's not too bad. I got this little pole here, which is a bit annoying, but I can sort of fit my leg down there.
Yeah, and I reckon.
In-seat power, which is nice.
And there's two, and we
we're-
don't have to share with someone.
Yeah, we're only in a row of two, so
Yeah, I've got like party time.
then you've got the tray table that comes down.
And it does have a cup holder this
Our
time.
last plane didn't have a cup holder, which
So we
always
spent the
makes
whole
us
time
nervous.
holding the.
I think the food in this menu is only what you can purchase, but
Yeah.
we will obviously have some complimentary meals. We get 2 meals on this flight.
Yeah, and a snack, I believe.
So as they arrive, we'll show you what they are.
I'm assuming we'll get one pretty soon once we take off, because
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's probably meant to be like
Can't
a
you
dinner.
usually see up here?
Yeah, once this announcement, they're doing an announcement. Once that finishes, we'll probably be able to look on the screen
Yeah.
and let you know what's going on. I think this is actually like a really decent spot because it's not a toilet door here.
Yeah, so we're beside the toilet, but we thought the door would be there, but,
But
it's not.
The
So
door's like in and around
I
there,
don't think
so
that's going to bother us at
it
all.
might be people standing here.
Let me see if I can find when the meals are going to be served on the flight.
Onboard dining.
No, I think that's
You
just
can
shows the
only
beverage
for
menu.
beverage menu at the moment.
Sometimes on United flights you can see like the plan of the flight, but it doesn't look like. Oh, maybe here? No, it doesn't look like they're showing us on this one.
No, not yet. I'm sure we will find out. We will show you anyway and review the food. Look, the food on the way here was not
It wasn't horrendous,
horrible.
but
Like the lunch, dinner, whatever it was okay. The breakfast was a bit average.
yeah, but eggs that have been cooked like probably 24 hours in advance are never that great anyway.
Yeah, probably. But yes, please also, like, I've put my hair and everything up and I'm just tired now and
I don't think they care.
ready to be home. I know, but I just...
Yeah. Anyway,
Let's do that.
we're going to get comfortable, and when we're underway and we get some food, we'll show you what we get.
Yeah.
So we are about an hour and a half into the flight now, and we've just been given our dinner. What we've got is a salad with a olive oil, a bread roll, some butter, and then I'll show you Ali's because she's got hers open already. Get a chicken and rice stir fry, which actually looks quite good. Good, Ali?
Not bad.
Not bad, she says. And then for dessert, have a cheesecake brownie, which looks alright. So I'm going to dig into this and I'll let you know how it is. Alright, we are 13 hours into the flight with about an hour and 20 minutes to go. And we've just been given our breakfast. Now, we both ordered pancakes. The options are pancakes or eggs, but I've just got mine and they've just given me eggs. So it's like a scrambled eggs and a corn and bean mix by the looks of it. Chobani yogurt, some fruit, a croissant, and strawberry jam with butter. And then Ellie, she got the pancakes, which look interesting. She also got the yogurt, the croissant with the jam and some fruit. Give us a taste of the pancake, Ellie. Ellie hasn't got her mic on, so I don't know how well you can hear her. Good pancakes? Not bad. Eggs are pretty good.
Huh?
They're not bad.
No.
They're pretty good. Probably one of the better plain breakfasts I've had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're going to enjoy these and we'll let you know if it was good at the end. And we are home.
It's very sad. Very, very sad.
It is sad.
But it's been...
It took us almost 24 hours. Over 24 hours to get back home. We had a flight from LA to San Francisco.
Which was delayed.
San Francisco to Sydney.
Which was delayed. And both of these delays, we were on the plane, like sitting.
Yeah, so the San Francisco flight, we got on the plane, we taxied, and like I was watching the Flight Radar app, and I'm like, why are we taxiing like as far away from the runway as possible, like the opposite direction to the way that we need to be going? And then they just turned the plane off and they're like, oh, there's an issue at San Francisco with arrivals and air traffic control, so we're going to sit here for 40 minutes.
So we're like, great, because we only had like an hour 20 in between the flights. So we were like, crap. Landed in San Francisco, got off the plane and had to run to the international section.
Because we were in a different terminal and it wasn't close either.
No, so we had to run to the international terminal. And we made it. Luckily, we made it. They hadn't even started boarding yet. Thank God. There was a slight delay.
Current plane.
Then, which was fine. Got on the plane. Then we got on this plane. Again, we taxied out. And
then we sat there for ages.
We sat there. It was nearly an hour, I think.
They didn't give us a reason, though, this one. We just literally sat there.
Yeah, we just sat there.
With no reasoning behind why. So we didn't end up taking off. We were meant to be a 10:50 departure. And we ended up taking off at midnight.
Yeah.
But again, we had a connecting flight to catch when we landed in Sydney.
Which is Sydney to Melbourne. And that was meant to be 2 hours, so a bit more time.
Yeah.
But we ended up landing, getting through passport control, getting our bags, going to the domestic transfer, and then pretty much saying, like, you need to get on that bus.
Yeah, they were like, you need to run.
You need to run to your gate.
So again, we ran to the gate pretty much, but then we got there and the plane was late getting off, so... we made it on time.
So in the end, we made it all on time, but it was a little bit stressful.
Yeah. And
But
then from LA, we would never usually book this type
No,
of flight with
never.
all these connections. We'd usually just book a direct flight from LA to Melbourne. But like Ali mentioned earlier on in this video, we did get a good deal with some points. And the only condition was our flight home was going to be a bit crap.
yucky. A bit yucky. And it was yucky.
But hey, we paid $31 for return international airfares from both of us. So,
yeah, Melbourne to LA.
yeah,
Like,
so
that's
I'll suck
unheard
up
of.
having a crappy flight home. If it
At
means-
least the flight there was direct. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing. A bit shittier if it's your flight there that's got all that trouble. But at the end of the day, the international flight from San Francisco to Sydney was actually pretty good. We both slept, I reckon, at least on and off for 10 hours of the flight.
Yeah, it was good. We don't feel tired at all.
No, which is nice. The food was half decent. I can't complain about that. And I can't really comment on anything else because I pretty much slept the whole time.
So that is our trip. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We have another one coming up very soon.
Yeah, in
Hopefully
September.
it shouldn't be too long after you've watched this video. So we're going to Orlando for Walt Disney World. As you probably heard us mention within these vlogs anyway.
Yes.
We'll be going for just over 2 weeks.
With our friends Sam and Sarah, who we've mentioned in the vlogs as well. And it'll be their first time. So we'll be reliving that first time excitement through them. Which from when we filmed this video, I looked before, it's 19 weeks and 4 days until we leave.
Yep.
So really it's not that far. It'll come pretty fast. Which is very exciting. At least it gives us something to look forward to after having this trip finished. But yeah, I guess if you have liked our vlog series, remember to like and subscribe.
Yep, follow along.
Follow on Instagram.
Yep, on Instagram as well.
Leave a comment. And we will see you in the hall.
We will.